Don't crash into the ditches. There's so much roadkill on this road to riches. Murder ones, toting guns, taking lives, homicide, suicide, don't go outside. It's ghetto garden genocide. Daddy planted a problem when he met mommy. I'm sorry if I'm the detour you took from that degree. Since an unborn seed I never forgot when I sprouted out your flower pot. You watered me, took care of me like a nursery. Body marked up like graffiti. Medusa effect, you freeze like a statue when you see me. We used to draw pictures on the pavement, now they outline us in chalk. The block is hot, you can fry an egg on the sidewalk. They wildin' like orangutans trying to make a stack. Daddy gone like a boomerang, do you know if he coming back? Meanwhile, he writes letters to his child like a pen pal is sad, trying to escape the state pen through a pencil and a pad. I know what it's like to be a disoriented teen, growing up in an unfortunate upbringing, no father to look up to. And with that missing puzzle piece in my life, it promoted poverty in the images I would see on a daily basis. It promoted poverty in my images, in my decisions, and it affected how I saw myself in the future. According to the United States Census Bureau, over 24 million children in America live in biological father-absent homes. And it's statistically proven that fatherless children are at a higher risk of dropping out of high school, committing crimes, running away from home, drug abuse, suicide, teen pregnancy, incarceration, falling victim to an early death, and the list goes on. As an adolescent, unfortunately, I stumbled across every single misfortune I just mentioned. And it was not because I had bad intentions, but more so because I had a missing puzzle piece in my life where a father figure was supposed to be. And even if you have children who live in a fortunate household, some people might think this has nothing to do with them, but I'm here to tell you, you're very wrong. Because this is still, although this is not your household, this is the society we are living in, and things are continuing to go backwards. So there are specific things that need to be implemented that some people just never could figure out the answer. I was 16 years old in 10th grade at Lee High School when I experienced my first pregnancy scare. I had unprotected intercourse with the girl I was dating at the time, and I did it because, from my perspective, I thought that was part of becoming a man, based on what media told us, based on what it was cool to be, what it was cool to do. I thought it was part of becoming a man. Little did I know, waiting on a pregnancy test was the longest 2 weeks of my life. And at the time, I started thinking to myself, how am I going to tell my mother? I started thinking to myself, how am I going to even raise a child when I'm still a child myself? Thankfully, come to find out it wasn't true, just to kill that elephant in the room. It wasn't true, but still, the simple fact alone, I should not have to experience that. Although I still learned something from it, because sometimes experience can be the best teacher. Sometimes some people never understand until they experience it firsthand, regardless of how, if you talk to them till you blue in the face all day. And it took that point for me to realize that. And I understood from that point forward how crucial my decisions are during that adolescent phase, because those are the years that can make you or break you for the rest of your life. There's a quote by St. Augustine that says, "The world is a book, and those who do not travel read only a page." I could have easily been stuck on that very first page for the rest of my life because I made a dumb decision with a girl I didn't even care about to sacrifice myself to her for the rest of my life. Don't crash into the ditches. There's so much roadkill on this road to riches. Murder ones, toting guns, taking lives, homicide, suicide, don't go outside. It's ghetto garden genocide. Daddy planted a problem when he met me. I'm sorry if I'm the detour you took from that degree. Since an unborn seed I never forgot when I sprouted out a flower pot. She watered me, took care of me like a nursery. Body marked up like graffiti. Medusa effect, you freeze like a statue when you see me. We used to draw pictures on the paper, now they outline us in chalk. The block is hot, you can fry an egg on the sidewalk. They wild like orangutans trying to make a stat. Daddy gone like a boomerang, do you know if he coming back? Meanwhile, he writes letters to his child like a pen pal that's sad, trying to escape the state pen through a pencil in a pad. was even born, based on the poverty and the circumstances that I was being born into. They said I was never supposed to succeed. They said I was supposed to have a child at a young age. They said I was supposed to run away from home. They said I was supposed to commit suicide. It's powerful, y'all. They said I was supposed to be incarcerated. I was supposed to be behind bars. Bring my stuff out here. I was supposed to fall victim to an early death. I was supposed to become a statistic. Before I was born, society wrote my life that I was not supposed to be here, and I was not supposed to be here long. Society told me I wasn't supposed to be here. And I'm here to tell you today, regardless of my unfortunate upbringing, I feel like I'm the happiest man in the world, y'all.